Hi, it's a pleasure to have you here with us, Trans platform for Cure and Ally. And we would like to know so many things from you. We're excited to know about this. So, the first question that I would like to put forward to you is about your journey, your life, and how you have got into this, everything about you and your journey. Would you like to share about that
Okay.
with us?
Thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much for having me. Well, about Amrita's journey started actually in Kolkata, long time back. I was born in a very like a Bengali middle class family. I was I'm actually my parents' only child. I do not have any siblings, and it is like a joint family where I mean, more than my parents, there were my uncle, aunties, and all those people. We all were staying together. And you can well imagine if I'm talking about 70s or 80s or 90s when I completed my college and all. At that point of time, there was any education on LGBTIQ people, their problems, their issues. Nothing was there. Nothing was there. It started, I think, the when I must say, when actually the HIV intervention program started. Then people started to know more about the people who are MSM, who are transgender, and slowly the other, I mean, sexually marginalized people such as lesbian, gay, bisexual, intersex. But if I talk about my own journey, and I was born as a like male child, and it was so difficult at that point of time because I had a woman inside always, and I used to wear my mother's clothes and all. My mother was a school teacher, so whenever she was out for her work, I used to try her clothes, her sari, and all these things. And that started during my school days actually, and it was very difficult for my parents to accept that when they came to know about it. So definitely I got scolded, or like I got locked up in rooms and all. But ultimately at some point of time they understood that they are not able to change me, and at some point of time they gave up. And the acceptance part actually came a very later stage. I mean, when I was doing some sexual health intervention program, it was in 2003 in Kolkata. So my like interview came in a newspaper and all, so that I showed to my mother. Then and I asked her that this is my people, this is my community, I work for these people, so do you think am I doing any wrong work? Then my mom actually surprised me by saying, you are my child, you used my clothes, I know everything about you, so there is nothing new that you can share me at this point of time. The only thing concerning as your parents is that there is no acceptance for people like you. At that point of time, when I'm talking about much before Nalsa judgment came, much before Transgender Act came. So at that point of time, there was hardly any acceptance for people like us. So some kind of a like silence acceptance I got. Okay, I mean they are okay with my identity, but somehow they are not like very in a comfortable position to accept because of society, because of relatives, because of neighbors, and that I could understand well. Similarly, in 2008, when my film got screened in international AIDS conference in Mexico, then that came in an English newspaper. That also I showed my father to officially come out to him. And by that time, I already lost my mother. So my father also told me the same thing, that your mom and I know everything about you. The job you are doing for your community is really appreciated. That you are doing good thing, but the concern is that some of your relatives, they don't want to talk to you. Your neighbors, they don't like you. So what will happen to you when There will be no friends, no relatives, no colleagues in future. So the same thing actually changed. Actually, this changed a lot when the NASA judgment came. And you will be surprised to know that because of my involvement with non-government organization, my work with my community, so some kind of a knowledge or information my parents used to get from time to time. And the history, it's actually 2014, 15th April, when the NASA judgment came. I was actually then flying to Washington, and I called my father from airport that, this important like news came in. And I already started to live in Delhi, because I moved to Delhi in 2014 for my work. So I asked him that, do you know that this important judgment has come out today? My father actually surprised me by saying that, oh, that means from now onwards, people like you will be getting more advantage, more facility, more respect. So that actually, made me cry. Oh my God, this is the time, this is the day I have been waiting for throughout my life. Charity begins at home. And I should say this everywhere. You can make your identity, your sexuality, you can well articulate about it to the entire world, but it is useless. I mean, for if you don't use your articulation for the people you are staying together in day and night, 24 hours, your parents, your siblings, your partner, I think they are the very immediate the connections you are having. So that's why I say charity always begins from home. And then if I talk about my other part of life, like my journey, that actually a long journey, like more than 22 years now. And I started working in a NGO. It's called Sathi, Solidarity and Action Against the HIV Infection in India, in Kolkata. And later I shifted to Delhi. And slowly also I got associated with other international organizations, transgender networks and all. I made films. I tried to do advocacy. I mean, at policy level, I was very much involved during the Transgender Act came. And then, so I mean, in terms of engagement in program, in terms of engagement in policy, in terms of sensitization of workplace, sensitization of educational institute, school, college. So I think I have tried to involve myself in multiple activity, because from the very beginning I was quite sure that there are two ways that we can develop the community. That is, you have to build capacity of the community, and the same time you have to do that right kind of advocacy, right kind of awareness to the entire world. I think if these two things can go at a time, then only something good can be happen. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I mean, it has been such an interesting journey of yours. Would you like to share in something more about what really touched you during this journey and moved you? There must be some
There's
story that really must have moved you through this.
Yes, there are so many
Of course,
stories
related to you,
actually.
but then
Yes,
something that's
absolutely.
happened around.
Yes, I can understand. Absolutely. There are so many things actually. Like definitely mention about the rural project that I used to, I used to take care in Orissa. There's a group for the rural transgender women in Bhadrak states of Orissa. So the thing is that when I started to work for them, they actually told me, like, I know about HIV/AIDS, I know about l- condom, I know about sepsis and all these things. What the new thing you can do for us? Can you give us food? Can you give us like education? Can you give the acceptance that we want from the outer world? I had no answer for them. And the finally situation came, thank God, that I got in touch with the help of the organization I used to work for that time, Sathi. So we got in touch with some American donor agency. They visited us and they understood that even beyond HIV/AIDS, for the community who are marginalized for their account of like sexuality, gender, there's something much more needs to be done. It can be in terms of non-formal education, it can be for livelihood support. So I've like unique program we started in 2005, like that we used to promote for their like non-formal education process, their general health. We provide them small loan to start their small scale income generation program and all. So two small incidents I will like to share. I will never forget this. Like after 2 3 years when this program started, actually I actually used to visit this organization almost like twice a month. So then someone told me that uh, that there was a trans woman and she was called Moiraj. So her friend told me that, ma'am, she slapped someone came to her house yesterday and she slapped him. I said, I asked her, I mean, why did you slap if someone came to see you? Then she told me that actually the man who came to see me, she wanted to have sex with me without condom. And I replied that now I have
Oh,
education. Now I have education. Now I am going to non-formal education classes. Now I am into income generation program. Now I have more meaningful life. Now I know much better way what is the sexual health. So next time you will come, do come with condom or never show your face. So I thought this is the change I was looking for, and I was so happy to hear this. Then I think in my entire journey I got acceptance award and all these things, but all those really doesn't matter to me. There's a like program, an event, a public event happening in Kolkata, and I invited all these rural transgender people, and they got introduced to like other LGBTIQ people, the and in Kolkata and all. And on the stage they like shared like they are here today, they know their rights, they know that they can secure their future now, a better future, and that is for me. So that actually brought my tears. So I think these are the moments when you will get a real kind of a like a reward, when your community loves you, when your community accepts you. I think this is the most beautiful moments you can really cherish. Yeah.
extremely touching, really. And these small things, not noticed by many around us, but yes, those who go through it will only understand. And thank you for sharing this. It really made a difference to many who are going to hear this, Amrita. Now, what do you have in future? What plans do you have in future? Because I'm so sure you must be having excited plans and projects for the community, for the overall betterment for the entire community. I'm so sure you must be having so many things in your mind. Would you like to share on that?
Yeah, thank you so much. So as I told that I am currently working for India HIV/AIDS Alliance, and I got in touch with Talms Foundation as well, and like Man is also a very good as a social worker, as a activist and all. So there are a couple of things that we have discussed during his last visit. Actually, I'm already engaged into influencing the policy level to make the program more inclusive for transgender people in terms of their education, health part, and all that is going on. But I think one more thing I would like to see before I die. I think Dr. Sanjay, ATHI, Alliance India, Man, definitely we will have to all work together. That is, we talk about our rights, we talk about our gender identity, we go through the gender affirming care. I mean, I have medically legally transitioned myself, but what happens when we reach to a certain stage of life after 40 or after 50
Yes.
or even
Yes.
more than that, when we do not have any family support, when then definitely the community can talks about the community can help the community, and that is the moral of my entire journey. So I think that will be my plan. I am not financially secure, but definitely or organization like you, then ATHI Alliance and all those my friends and colleagues, if we work something, I would love to see a old age home for people like us. because this is very very much important, where all the community can stay together, they can get mental support, they can get other kind of a support. That is very very much important. Otherwise the like everything we are doing will have a big gap, because the cisgender people can get married, can have children and all, but for us its entire picture is I mean absolutely different. So I think we have to stay with us, we have to be with us, and definitely some kind of a system, some kind of a mechanism that in terms of mental health support, in terms of loneliness, in terms of like being alone and all those things, I think that I mean has to be uh, uh, worked upon. I think that is my last hope, as you can say.
Beautiful. It's so beautiful. And to think about these small things in life which actually matters for every human being, and making it an inclusive community altogether. Your talk today really would make a lot of difference, Amrita, and would change a lot of minds towards an inclusive community and even accepting the community so well. Uh, Thank you so much for your time, Amrita. I'm so sure it made a difference to many who are going to see and hear this. Thank you for coming on Cure and Ally of T-Arms platform. You made a difference and added a lot into this conversation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Thank you to you. Thanks to Dr. Shilpa Man that you are doing a great job. I truly appreciate. And I have a last, I mean, message for the entire world, that there are people who are doing great work. We don't need anything much bigger from you. Just don't hate us. Just don't discriminate us. We are just like you. We can contribute to not only our community but to the entire world, by the to the larger society as well. So be with us but don't hate us.
Your
I mean,
conversation has just added in a lot.
yes, yes, just be with us. We don't need much many more things, but just accept us. I think that is the proper meaning of mainstreaming. That the I mean, if we do not understand each other, if we do not stay each other, if we do not feel each other, then if the science improves, technology improves, ultimately nothing will get tomorrow. So please be together, be more accepted, be more understanding. Thank you so much to all of you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thank you.
great day.
Bye. Have a good day.